Thank you guys for the support. As always, our sponsors, first one is Chimera Coffee. They're a coffee company from Dominican Republic that infuses nootropics into their coffee. If you go to their website, chimeracoffee.com with a K, you can save some money if you type in the coupon code showtheART. I believe there's no spaces. So check them out. They make good coffee. They have some other stuff on their website. Check them out. Our next sponsor is Invertigear. Go to www.invertigear.com. Type in the coupon code showtheART15 to save some good money on all jiu-jitsu gear. Okay, they got shirts, shorts, rash guards, gis, whatever you want, they got it. Check them out. We're live. Yes. Thank you for the Game of Thrones introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Show the Art podcast. What number?
Who cares?
Who cares?
We're not about the numbers, man.
We're not about the numbers.
Come on.
I told you that.
You think we're industry people?
We're not
We're
a
against the
business
grain,
man. We're a business man.
Come on, man. People don't know about Jay-Z.
No, we don't got to talk about that right now. Guys, what's going on? We are your hosts. I'm Ames, and alongside with me is my boy with some on it matcha tea.
Yes.
Not Sharon, not Karen. Abe.
Yo.
What's up, man?
Chilling, man. I'm good.
I'm good too.
I'm definitely not chairing or caring, like you said.
You're not cherry?
No.
You're not cherry. All right. But the reason why we're singing a little Game of Thrones is
the GOT, as I like to call it.
The little gots. The reason why I was singing some gots is because I just saw on Facebook, I don't know where it suddenly left when I needed it the most. But they're going to come up with a live orchestra concert.
That's pretty crazy.
Homie, you going? I'll go to that.
If the tickets are cheap. How long is this show? They're going to play just one song.
No, they told me that.
And then once that song's over, it's like 10-minute concert.
And I'll be there. And I'll pay. I'll pay UFC 205 money.
Yeah, $600.
That's what they said. They said it's going to be around $650.
Seriously?
Yeah,
For the Geo Thrones?
Forgot.
For the Game of Thrones?
For the Game of Thrones.
Damn.
I have no idea. But
you're joking. Okay.
Yeah,
I would have believed you if it was like a one-time deal and it was like a one-night event.
What would you pay?
I wouldn't pay a dime to go see that.
Well, ouch.
But
I
let
said
me let
ouch
you
like
finish.
I'm the one who's
Yeah.
I'm playing
like it's your
or like I'm the
orchestra.
composer. Get out of here. But what would you say? What event would you pay $650 for? There's not a lot I would pay for. One, because I'm broke. Well, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
What would you dish out for?
You know what, man? I guess I would have paid that money for good tickets to UFC 205.
Mm-hmm.
Like if somebody had $3,000 tickets, they were selling me for $650 just to get some money off the back end. And they're trying to be nice. They got them for free because of a business deal
for a businessman.
Yeah. So and they're like, here, just give me $600. Like I got them for free anyway.
Okay. Like good seats, and these are
like $3,000 seats.
Okay.
Like it doesn't have to be that exact number,
yeah.
but
No,
like
I get
lower level MSG seats.
Jaw feel, homie.
Jaw feel?
Yeah.
I would have paid something like that for, but $600. I'm not a big fan of things like that.
Nah, me neither.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what? Maybe we start rolling in the dough. I'll start dishing out like, hey, you know what? $650. I'll do that. But right now, my
account's frozen for 3 days because I was overdrafted. I'm in that kind of predicament.
What's your breaking point where you're like, oh, you know what? This is the most I'll pay for good tickets. Like, say what? UFC 205 is there. Like, say this is my last stand. I cannot go any further than this.
And it doesn't matter what level seat it is.
No, yeah. Say it's like the worst seats
for 205.
For 205.
I wouldn't pay for worse seats, but if they were pretty decent seats,
yeah.
$300.
$200. Okay.
I'm just not.
Yeah, you're $250 more than me.
I
mean, you're $50 more than me. I'm sorry. I'm cheap, but I'm not that cheap.
You know what's the thing, man?
Yeah.
I like the experience of being at a UFC event. I've been at many of events, but it's a way better experience being at home.
It's a lot
not
different
only
now, man.
watching like physically watching it. Like it's easier to see all the matches, but also you get to hang with your friends and talk. It's a lot
and
easier.
You hear things. You could hear commentary.
Oh yeah,
all that. You know what sucks about live events or like sporting events?
That's the first thing they don't tell you when you get there.
Yeah,
like, hold up, I don't hear Mike Goldberg in my ear.
I know. For the broadcasters, Joe. Hey Joey, where you at, man? No, but you don't hear anything. So when it's like when there's no fights going on, when they're just prepping, it's just quiet. I mean, you better have your friends because you'll just be looking at your phone.
Yes, and that's the thing. While the fight's going on, there's no commentary. That's one, and it's too loud to talk to your buddies.
Yeah,
the only thing you could share together is like, oh, did you see that? Yeah. And you gotta like kind of yell and talk loud the whole time to get your point across to your friend, and then, an hour into the show, you're just too tired to.
You're paying for the experience.
Yeah.
To feel what it feels like to be
the rumbling of the crowd.
Yeah, exactly. That's all you're paying for, really, man.
And that's cool.
Yeah. If that's your thing.
I think everybody, if they're fans of the sport, should experience it at least once.
At least once, yeah.
And they don't have to have the best seats, but they should experience it at least once.
I agree. What was your favorite UFC event that you've attended?
I've only been to 3.
Fucking rookie.
Yes,
look at this guy.
Okay, so I've been to 2 in the Prudential Center over here.
We're probably at the same one.
The first one I went to was when John Jones won the title from Shogun, which we were there.
We were there.
We were both there. We didn't know each other at the time. It was kind of like...
I actually saw him. I was like, look at this punk ass.
It's kind of serendipity the way...
It is, right?
Life turns out.
It is while he's sipping his tea. But go on. Keep talking, bro.
And then I went to one recently... Fudge. Who was on the fight card? It was Luke Rockhold versus... Oh, yeah. Leota the Dragon Machida.
Oh, so that was fairly recently.
Yeah.
A year?
Yeah.
A year ago or 2?
No. It was like a year ago.
Okay.
Within a year, probably.
Okay.
Maybe 2. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
And then I went to one in San Diego. St. Diego.
Oh, Santiago. A whale's vagina.
Yes, that place.
Okay.
That was pretty cool.
Oh, that's when you went on like your little bro trip.
Yeah, my jiu-jitsu trip.
Yeah. That's a pretty cool trip.
It was fun.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, we got...
But yeah, during that trip, it was Frank Mir versus Todd Duffy. And it was Todd Duffy's return to the UFC and his exit again. Because Frank Mir surprisingly knocked his ass out.
He put him out.
Yeah. So what did you want to talk about?
Let's talk about that.
My trip?
Yeah. Because we kind of want to take a trip soon.
Yeah.
We can talk about that, right?
Yeah. I can talk about.
Let's talk about San Diego. What was that trip like? Where did you go? Who did you hang out with?
I went with my boy, training partner, Ian.
Shout out to Ian.
Ian, last name shall remain nameless. If you want to follow Ian on Instagram, type in @A_creep. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. It's pretty funny. He's not really a creep, but that's why it's funny because it's ironic. It's a joke. That's what comedy's all about. Anyway,
I don't get it.
So we went to St. Diego. As
that place is beautiful.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
If I could move to one place, it'd probably be San Diego.
So we stayed at. I made some connections through my through showtheART. That's the beauty of being in this kind of thing.
The
connections,
man.
the conniptions you can make.
Yeah.
So we stayed at the BJJ Hostel. I believe that's what it's called. Yikes! In San Diego. Anyway,
that sounds kinky.
And the BJJ.
Was it like
Hostel.
the movie?
It was definitely not like Hostel, the movie.
Oh, okay. All right. Just making sure.
It was not like Hostel. It was not like Saw.
That movie was crazy.
Which one?
I'm totally going off track, but Hostel was a little too much for me.
Yeah,
man.
It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, the eyeball thing. I'm into but that was a little too much. But
like Saw was your limit, and then Hostel was like, all right, guys.
And then Saw 2 and 3 was like, oh, this is too much, man.
Was Saw 1 the one when the guy cuts off his hand?
Yeah, his foot
to get out.
Yeah.
And then what happened? Did he get out?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, yeah.
If you haven't lived in this country for the past 10 years.
If you don't enjoy movies, don't watch Saw. But he cut off his foot. I think he died.
He wound up dying anyway?
Yeah, maybe he
like the guy
to
tricked him.
Yeah, because he was in the middle the whole time, remember?
Yeah.
He was that fake dead body.
Yes.
In the middle.
And then he finally cut off his foot, but it was almost like part of the plan anyway. Like you just caused your own suffering regardless.
Maybe that is. Whoever watched this movie is probably yelling at us right now. How do you not remember?
How do you talk about something and
punk ass bitch?
Why do you talk about something and you know nothing about it? Fact check, fool. FCF.
FCT. Fact Check. CHK. But moving on. So talk about that hostel, your MMA hostel, which is nothing like
jiu-jitsu hostel.
Yeah.
So cool place. Basically, this guy started a company.
Yeah.
He bought a big house, and there's like 6 or 7 rooms, and basically people from all over the world stay. Rent a room out at this hostel.
True.
They have mats, and the living room is like mats and a couch. And
wow. I'm looking it up right now.
Let me see.
That's pretty dope. Is this it?
Yeah, that's it. What is it called?
BJHostel.com.
Okay, cool. Shout out to them. They're cool people. They let us stay there for a beautiful price, free.
Okay.
And in exchange of giving them a little shout out. But they're really cool. Heart of San Diego. I would say a 4 or 5 minute. No, maybe more. It was either a 5-minute walk or 5-minute drive to the beach.
Wow.
Like dead close.
Either way, it's close.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And we met some cool people. We met some guys. Actually, ironically, there was 2 guys that were staying there from Korea, I believe.
Korea.
Yes. I believe it was Korea.
Okay.
And they were fans of Show the Art.
And
like when they because this was like the second night they found out that we were there, and they were like, "Oh, can we take pictures?" They were so excited. It was pretty.
They went fanboy.
Yeah, pretty ironic.
That's funny.
That was cool.
That's pretty cool.
And they were
Man, you made it, huh?
Was that?
You made it.
Mama, I made it.
Damn, man.
Damn.
How's it feel? Moving on.
Okay.
I don't really care.
I don't really care. So, basically, long story short, I trained at the Gracie Academy headquarters.
Oh, nice.
In Torrance, California. It was a pretty
Shout
cool
out.
experience.
Mm-hmm.
We visited Budo Video's headquarters.
Dope.
Got
Shout
a
out
little
to Budo Jakeys.
Yeah, got a little stroll around the headquarters of Budo Videos.
Big.
Huge. I mean, they have a little storefront that's the size of this office, maybe smaller.
Okay.
But then it's their warehouse. So he takes you in the back, and it's like this huge where all these boxes. They have their own little training area.
You borrow
Pretty
anything? Like a little 5-finger discount?
Nah, I'd rather.
Come on, man.
Nah. They always say, you can move out of the hood, but what is it saying?
You could take me out the hood, but you could never take the
hood out of me. Yeah, I took the hood out of me.
You did?
Yeah.
Sell out.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
I'm smart. That's why.
You did. So, okay.
I'm smart.
All right.
So, yeah, we visited that. We trained at what is it called? 10th Planet San Diego, which is Boogeyman School.
Shout out to Boogie.
Shout out to Boogeyman.
Doing his thing.
Yeah, Richie Martinez. Got a lot of good students there. I rolled with a bunch of them.
Yeah. How was that? What was that like?
It's fun. It was fun.
Nice.
I'd have to say it was fun. And everybody was really cool. Everybody was really respectful. And then I trained at 10th Planet. I can't believe Ocean County.
Okay.
That's his brother's school.
Nice.
Gio Martinez. Again, cool people.
They're real chill, man.
You wouldn't expect it by looking at them, but they're really cool. Their students are really cool. Both have great students. Fun to roll with. Challenging roles. And and then we watched the
chill,
UFC.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing. It's just when I got to talk, I think it was Richie.
Yeah.
At first I was like, man, it's
Richie.
intimidating because you see the pictures, bearded up, tatted up, just like badass looking. But man, boys, just
cool,
down to earth.
They're down
chill.
with the scene. Yeah, they're cool guys.
So just shout out to them. But
very respectful.
Yeah.
They're you don't judge a book by its cover, and they're the classic. Like me, don't judge a book by its cover. Me, you look at me, you think, oh man, this guy's a famous movie star.
So
he might be a model,
like malnourished, but
he might be a model.
Has a few moves.
He's definitely rich, but he's modest about
definitely
it.
Not. Spending $300.
Oh, he trained jiu-jitsu. He's probably a black belt.
More like a white belt.
What else? You would assume all these things about me.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's probably got women crawling all over him.
Again.
Oh man, he's married. Man, crazy. Movie deals left and right, stuff like that.
Sipping on O'Doul's.
O'Doul's. I bet he goes to parties and is the life of the party, stuff like that.
He must have got picked on. Thrown in the locker. Poor guy.
Prom king. I bet.
Here he comes again.
Prom
Here
king.
comes Mr. Gothic. Mr. Emo. He cut his hair. He cut his bangs.
Oh man, prom king. I bet he was voted most likely to succeed.
Eyeliner. Look at him.
I bet. But anyway, moving on. Like you would assume most of that stuff about me.
Yeah.
But like, nah, I'm just like a humble guy.
Bitch. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't like moral of the story. Don't judge a book by its cover.
True. You're right.
Moving on. Let's move on.
Go ahead. So so that was a good trip. So you essentially had a great trip. We're trying to get a little brocation trip down to Austin and visit the On It Academy.
The On It Academy. Yeah, that'll be a fun trip.
Yeah, shout out to Chris. Shout out to Curtis
Hembrough.
Yeah, man.
Hembrough.
Get some rolls in, get some workouts in.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That'd be a cool trip.
Yeah, we still got to talk about that trip a little further.
Absolutely. But moving on, man. That was a good weekend.
Yeah, UFC 204
Let's
from Manchester, England. Was that a good one?
Yeah, that was pretty. Thanks. Actually, I'll give you a little props.
Thanks.
What words do?
Thanks.
But yeah, man, Michael Bisping survived.
Michael the Count. Nah, I couldn't pull it.
No.
Michael the Count Bisping.
Why don't you stop? No one to hold him, no one to fold him, right? That was
I've never heard that phrase.
Oh, my mom used to sing that to me.
No, she didn't.
Know when to fold him.
That song, really? You know what? Stick with not singing it.
No, I got it.
I feel like that song is played.
Know when to hold him.
You know when you go to CVS?
Know when to fold him. Punk bitch.
You know when you go to CVS and that music is playing in the background that you never notice?
Yeah.
Because it's so corny.
Nah.
That's one of the songs that's on that track.
No.
Yeah.
So you're telling me my mom's song, or my mom's
Your mom gets a pass. You know why?
You don't give my mom nothing.
Because she grew up in that era.
Don't give her a pass.
You don't get a pass for singing that.
Let's move on, you punk ass bitch.
So let's get to the main event. Michael Bisping versus the legend Dan Henderson.
Get H-bombed the hell out of him twice and survived,
God.
man. If you looked at their faces, you would have thought Dan Henderson won.
Yeah. I mean, like Dan Henderson even said it, and he wasn't trying to take a shot at Bisping, but he's like, hey, listen, man. I wish they judged fights by how you look at the end of the fight.
Yeah.
Because he's right.
Yeah.
He's right. I mean, Bisping took a lot of damage in that fight. And the crazy thing is, Bisping hit Henderson way more than Henderson actually hit Bisping. Man. But you know what? I think what we saw is a little deceiving, because I bet you most of the damage Bisping took is from that first knockdown flurry, right?
I agree.
Because in the first round, at the end of the first round, Dan Henderson caught Bisping with an H-bomb. Yeah. Classic. I think it was off a jab.
Left hand down.
Boom. And Bisping went down. Dan Henderson chased him down. Dropped bombs, elbows, everything.
Man.
And Bisping survived.
Bisping was like, get off me. Yeah. Get off me, you big gorilla.
Honestly, though, the ref could have stopped it. Nobody would have complained.
Mm-hmm.
But, you're in Manchester. Yeah. You're in Bisping's hometown. You stop it.
You let
Everybody's going to be so upset. Yeah. You might as well let it go a little longer. So, but I thought it was good that he didn't stop it.
I agree.
Because Bisping came back and fought his little heart out. His little English heart out.
His little heart.
His little heart out.
His little heart out.
He fought his heart out.
No, but man, Bisping that's a champion, man.
He's got heart,
because I really like how he switch kicking. Like he was moving that feet around.
Light on his feet.
He was, man. Like, twinkle toes, man.
Yeah, like Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, man. He would wait for Henderson to move to whatever he did, and then he would just throw either low kick, inside kick.
Yeah. Oh, that's why I was surprised. I mean, I would say I was surprised, but it's a tough fight for Bisping because he got knocked down the first round, and he might have forgot how he got knocked down, so he didn't worry about what he did
because he went back to the same thing.
But
the second round.
I think the second, maybe third and fourth. The second was still he didn't pick up yet, but the third round Bisping really picked up, and he was stringing together some beautiful combinations. He was landing a lot of different shots. Yeah. And he was setting up Henderson very well with fakes, like you said, the switches.
Kicks,
he was popping the switch kick up a lot.
Yes.
And people wonder, like, oh, man, a couple times he's got Bisping, quote-unquote, against the ropes.
Yeah.
And
literally.
Did I say Bisping against it? No, Bisping had Henderson on the ropes,
yeah,
on the cage, and just backing up, like I said, just kind of gaining the momentum of the match, and you're like, man, finish him, take advantage of him.
Sometimes I thought he would be finishing it,
but he was sticking to the game plan, because at any time
he was in
the H-bomb. You have to respect that hand. Yeah. I feel like it was worth the risk. He should have tried to finish it because he could have.
Okay.
But you can't judge him for the decision he made.
Nope.
What do you think about? I mean, so Bisping took over. Second round was like
I
there
think
wasn't much action.
I think the second round was still his, and then he got dropped right at the end again.
Yes.
So I'm just like, I don't know who won that.
I didn't look at the scorecards
Yeah,
because
I
I
wish I did
agreed
too.
with the decision. But you know, I give Dan Henderson the first round because it was
Absolutely.
pretty even, but he got the knockdown.
And
Second
he messed him up.
and he messed him up.
Yeah,
And he came really close. You got to give that to the guy.
I agree.
The second round was slow, but Bisping did more.
Yep.
And Dan Henderson did knock him down at the very end.
But he just held on top. He just stayed on top.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything. He just like saddled.
he
in.
hesitated, and he tried
Yeah.
to take him back down.
Yeah.
And then the third round was all Bisping. Fourth round,
Yep.
all Bisping. Fifth round was questionable.
Yeah.
I thought Henderson took that round,
Okay.
honestly, because he landed some shots. He
More
pushed the pace.
active.
He was more active than he had been as far as
Yeah.
forward movement.
Yeah.
And he got the takedown. Like, I thought they would have given it to Dan Henderson. I believe they gave that round to Michael
To
Bisping.
Bisping. Okay.
But honestly, that was Bisping's fight. He won it.
I
Yeah,
agree.
he took a lot of damage, but it was mostly from that one
lot of-
instance in the first round.
Like the one thing you see in the picture is that big lump under his eye, and that was from the first round.
Yeah.
A lot of, I mean, of course he took damage, but most of it I think was from the first round.
Yeah.
So
And once it opens up and it's damaged, as you hit it more, it's just gonna get worse and worse and
Yeah.
worse.
exactly.
You know? Whereas if you have unbroken skin that keeps getting hit,
Mhm.
it's not gonna look nearly as
Yeah,
bad.
man.
But when the skin is broken,
Yeah. If you watch that fight, it just looked like Bisping was in control.
Yeah.
Henderson looked like his mouth was open. The commentators, I forgot who was saying it, just
Yeah.
his mouth was open. You could tell or whatever. Like he didn't want to finish. It looked like he was gonna finish at times, but then he would lay his foot off the gas pedal and then kind of
Yeah.
pepper him. And
I mean, that's the issue, man. That's I believe the conclusion I made after this fight was
okay.
I love the way Bisping was moving.
Yeah.
He was moving
agree.
smoothly, stringing together beautiful combinations, just like he did against Luke Rockhold. Looked
Mhm.
very good in that fight, and he even looked good in the Anderson Silva fight. Even
Yeah.
though I disagreed with that, it was the same kind of fight.
Yeah.
But
It's the volume, man.
it's the volume, yeah. But the last couple of fights.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not the Rockhold fight, but the Anderson fight and this fight, he took some damage and almost got dropped multiple times.
He got dropped.
So that's suspect, and both times were against older guys, older
Mhm.
fighters that would reserve themselves because they rather reserve and be able to fight 5 rounds than
Mm-hmm.
blow their load, blow their wad,
Yep.
and get finished
Yeah.
because they're too tired. So what happens when Bisping fights a guy that can go 5 rounds that he can't finish?
Yeah.
That's young, like a Chris Weidman
Mm-hmm.
or a rematch with Luke Rockhold. I mean, they're 1-1.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man.
Yeah, they're 1-1.
Yeah.
So what happens when Bisping can't put somebody away
Mm-hmm.
and it goes 5 rounds against a young guy that's willing to put out volume like he is?
Yeah.
Bisping has been getting dropped. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's like 38. I don't know if he's accumulated too many shots that now his chin is starting to deteriorate.
That's what I'm thinking.
Which sucks, and that's part of the fighting game because that's when guys start to get really good.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's true.
that's when they start to get really good
Because
because
the techniques, everything they learned.
yes, everything is accumulated. Plus, the maturity in their game finally catches
Yeah.
on to their technique that
That's
they've
true.
developed.
Yeah. That
So,
does suck, but
yeah,
man,
go.
props to him for showing like he has championship heart.
oh yeah,
man,
yeah.
to fight back all those times, man.
Yeah.
Like he's almost out, or like
comes back.
Yeah, and he comes back, and then he like throws an onslaught at you,
Oof.
where it's just like hard for you to kind of put out the same thing. So
and he didn't look dazed and wobbly.
no,
he looked
didn't.
like he came back and he looked smooth.
Yeah.
Dan Henderson though,
Oh,
what a way to
I
go out.
know, man.
I mean, it sucks that he lost, but if you're gonna lose on your final fight, make it
like a
look
champ,
like that.
man. It's tough to almost finish it. Like maybe one real time he could have finished it. The second one, you never know. But
The first one was
oh
it.
man, and that's been like eluding you for like how long? Basically your whole UFC career. You haven't tasted that UFC gold. So, poor
Yeah.
Dan Hendo. But
But you know what,
he
man?
came out.
Yeah,
He's leaving like a champ.
illustrious career.
Yeah, you can't.
He's won 2 Pride belts
Strike
consecutively
Mm-hmm.
at the same time.
Oh, true. That's right.
He won. I forget what belt. I think it was because Pride had weird weight classes. I
Mhm.
forget what they were. But he had 2 Pride belts. He had the Pride middleweight belt and either the Pride light heavyweight belt. I believe it was middleweight and light heavyweight belt.
Okay.
He had 2 belts at one time in Pride, and when Pride went under, when they got bought by the UFC, and then the UFC, adopted all the fighters.
Yeah.
He was a champion in 2 weight classes at the same time, at the same damn time.
He is a monster, man.
And then he came into the UFC, and he had to. They were calling it the unification belt.
Yeah.
And
I think that was on Spike.
Might have been.
Yeah, that wasn't even a pay-per-view.
What? Which fight?
That him and Anderson Silva?
Maybe it was pay-per-view. If it was Anderson Silva at that time.
No, I think.
Really?
Or maybe him and Rampage?
Because he fought Rampage for the other belt.
Okay,
yeah. So maybe it was Rampage.
No, Rampage. It was Rampage, sorry.
But regardless, he had 2 title fights in the UFC because at 2 consecutive times at 2 different weight classes. Mm-hmm. The guy is an animal.
He's a man.
He's the man. And like you said, he won the Strikeforce heavyweight title. He knocked out Fedor.
Yeah.
Fedor was
Lights
the king. I mean, granted, Fedor had just lost to Verdum for the first time. But still, he was the first guy to knock out Fedor. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And the way he knocked him out, that single leg switch, got up, blasted him. That was like a short punch too, man.
Jeez.
He's a legend.
He went from, welterweight Grand Prix champion, 2005.
Yeah.
Welterweight champion, 2005, same Pride FC. Then Pride middleweight champion, 2007.
Okay.
Strikeforce lightweight heavyweight champion, 2011.
Damn. Light heavyweight, not lightweight heavyweight.
Light heavyweight, yeah. Sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. Don't judge me.
So, beautiful way to end his career.
Yeah,
Let's talk about the co-main event. It was Vitor Belfort versus Gegard Mousasi. Now, Vitor always has a chance, man.
Yeah.
Because he has fast hands.
When he would unload, you would see. Like, he wouldn't. He didn't do a lot.
And then,
yeah, you just see the speed, man. Yeah. It's still there. But
it's still there.
Yeah.
But Mousasi is a mature striker. He's still young. How old is Mousasi? Like 32?
I don't know, but he's not that old.
He's not old.
Yeah.
He's just been fighting for a long ass time.
Yeah.
He feels like he's been in the game forever.
He's one of those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's still young. That's crazy. Mousasi was just patient. He just, brushed off his shoulder anytime Vitor hit him and then just dominated the fight.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. And poor Vitor, because you hate to see legends like him go out in flames.
Yeah,
you know?
Man. That one was a tough one to watch. It's like he still had something, but then he just took control. He controlled that whole fight, just stalking him, cutting the angles.
This fight, the Jacare fight, the Weidman fight, all those his last 3 fights, he got dominated on the ground.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
It's sad. I mean,
what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, he should just retire or maybe try to get one more fight against a guy closer to his age. That's
maybe like a money fight.
Yeah, exactly. But something where he can go out on a shield like more nicely, you know, because you hate to end your career on a vicious knockout. Yeah. But that's the problem with a lot of fighters at the tail end of their career. They try to do that one more to go out nicely, but it doesn't catch up.
It doesn't happen.
They keep getting knocked out.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just not even if you were like if you weren't the underdog, if you're the favorite, it just sucks. Like in other sports, you might have like a good clear-cut winner where it's just like small chances like you're going to win, but UFC, you never know, man, because there's so many ways you could lose. We talk about this all the time. There's so many ways you could lose in this. Not saying in other sports there's not a lot of ways to lose, but it's just it's different. Like
in other sports, there's one way to lose. You have less points at the end of the time. Yeah. But there's many variables that lead up to that
loss. Yes.
But in MMA, there's multiple ways to lose, and there's many variables within each one of those ways that you can lose.
Sounds like a lot, but it is.
It is. That's the crazy thing about MMA.
Yeah. So let's go. Let's go back to Bisping, because I want to know what's next. Yeah, Michael Bisping. What's next for him?
He fights. All right.
Is he fighting the winner of Jacare?
They didn't say because they're reserving to see who wins the most impressively. And I think that is the fairest assumption to make right now.
Okay.
Because you have Chris Weidman versus Yoel Romero.
Yeah.
Chris Weidman, his last fight, he lost the belt to Luke Rockhold.
Yes.
And in my opinion...
that was a tough one.
Yeah, that was a tough one. But in my opinion... I think anybody who's been a champion for a couple of years deserves an immediate rematch or one fight to the rematch, right?
I agree.
So in this case, I think that this is his one fight. If he wins it, he gets the rematch. That's perfectly fair to say.
Okay.
Yoel Romero has won a couple fights in a row. He just beat Jacare. I mean, granted, he won by like a lot of people thought Jacare won that fight. But he did beat him.
Mm-hmm.
He did face a suspension. But at the end of the day, if he beats Chris Weidman, who was the champion, he deserves a title shot.
Yeah.
And then on the other fight, you have Luke Rockhold, who just lost to Bisping, who is right up there, who is fighting Jacare, who is a title contender. And Jacare strung up a couple of wins, and this is a rematch. So, in my opinion, whoever wins most impressively in either two fights, there's no denying.
Yeah.
If Yoel Romero just completely dominates Chris Weidman, but doesn't just flash knock at him, like picks him apart, takes him down, they stand back up, and then he just knocks him out, and the winner of Jacare, and the Jacare fight goes like 5 rounds of like, decent action.
Yeah.
You give it to Romero.
Okay.
You give it to whoever, because they're all in the same position right now. They're all 1 through 4, and they're all like title contenders.
Yeah.
Now, so I believe he should face the winner of any one of those. Now, here's the interesting part. Where does Mousasi come in?
That's tough.
Because Mousasi is...
He just finished off Vitor.
He just finished off Vitor, and he's a phenomenal fighter.
Yeah.
And he deserves more respect. And he deserves more respect as far as giving him fights against top opponents. Mousasi should get one of these guys.
He'd probably get the winner of the
guy who doesn't get it, right?
I think
that's the fair.
That's what I'm assuming. Yeah.
Now, whichever way the cards lay, it's going to be an awesome next 6 months of middleweight action.
It is. I think just all these, like every division is stacked right now. There's not one I'm just like there used to be a time where I was only excited about the welterweights in UFC. There's only
UFC?
There was a time I was only really excited about the light heavyweights, just because it was like a flurry of dudes. Now it's just like every weight class it's stacked up. UFC picked up like the best talent, and now the females to males, like everything is stacked, man. It's like
it's beautiful.
Fun. It's fun. It's fun, man.
I mean, it's weird. What division do you think is like the least stacked division? It's crazy. It might be. You know what? It might be the featherweights.
Okay.
But even the feather or the bantam, it's just hard to say.
Yeah.
Because even in bantamweight, you got Lineker, Dodson. You got Dominic Cruz.
Yeah.
You got TJ Dillashaw. What are we talking about here? You know what? It's probably flyweight.
You think so?
Because Demetrius Johnson just kind of flipped the script on everybody.
And just everyone.
Yeah.
That's true. or maybe it just shows like how dominating he is.
That is part of it.
Yeah. He just makes everyone else look like, you're right.
Like not at his level.
Yeah. Or maybe the female weight classes, because not everyone's on par yet.
Yeah. The female weight classes for sure.
They're getting better, but fully caught up. Yeah.
And with the departure of Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. At bantamweight.
When she comes back, we always talk about one person needs to raise the level for everybody, right?
Yeah.
Because talk about any kind of record. A long-standing record. A record will be unbroken for 20 years.
Okay.
And then when the first guy finally breaks it, what happens?
A flood.
Yep. What is the flood?
Other fighters.
Everybody starts breaking that record.
Yeah.
So, the same thing with competition. Once one person sets the bar, somebody needs to set the bar. Somebody needs to set the standard. Somebody needs to get everybody excited.
True.
And then everybody follows suit. They see it's possible.
Sure.
That's what Ronda Rousey did for women's MMA. That remained stagnant for many years. That's what Conor McGregor had done when MMA had seemed... no, you know what? MMA didn't need him.
Yeah.
But... he just brought out another dimension.
It just hit like another level.
Yeah, it hit not another. Yeah, like not a higher level, but exactly another level.
Yeah,
like
it did. Yeah,
of entertainment.
Yeah.
So
across the world, he tapped into a thing where it's just like it's just something boxing was missing, and he came at the perfect time.
Yes.
It's just like Come on in. I got something for you
and
guys.
it helps that he's a good fighter.
Yeah.
You can't do that if you're a bad fighter. That's
because you only have like one fight. After that, the mystique is gone. If he would have lost to Nate Diaz, that mystique would have been all over with.
The second time.
Yeah.
I mean, the mystique was almost gone.
Yeah, man.
And I bet that's why he really wanted that rematch with Nate, because he knew if I don't avenge this loss right now, people are not going to take me seriously.
Yeah.
It's going to be very hard to build my fight for the lightweight title because I just lost, and I got called out on everything I said.
And it worked out for everybody, man. Everyone was a winner from that because Nate Diaz, everyone still loved Nate Diaz, or not even
absolutely.
more.
Yeah.
You gave Conor McGregor props for surviving that onslaught that Nate was giving him again or whatever. UFC gets elevated because it has like their Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier type of rivalry or whatever. So everyone wins. Fans win because we got a great fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Now, I don't think it was the best fight of the year.
No.
It was a sloppy motherfucking fight.
It was a good fight.
Excuse my English.
Pardon his French.
It was a pretty sloppy fight, and it was a fight. Like, if you look at Dominic Cruz, TJ Dillashaw.
Okay. That's good. You want crispiness?
Dude, that was one of the best fights of the year. If you want to talk about fighting as an art, that was one of the best fights of the year. Yeah. Two guys, one guy mastered at this, one guy mastered at that. Both guys performing very well during the fight. Exactly. Did not slow down. Did not get sloppy because they were tired. Yeah. Probably did not get tired.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah, I get you.
That's or just, I just felt like it's weird, man.
You know what it is?
I just didn't feel like like they were touting it as one of the best fights of all time or one of the best fights of the year. I don't think it was.
This is what it is. It's for the purist. For you to like
even if you're not a purist,
you
start look at the third, fourth round. Nate Diaz coming back. Conor looked like he was non-existent.
Yeah.
And then even in the fifth, still he just looked tired. They both guys looked tired and sloppy.
I get you, but like for the fans who aren't like who aren't like hardcore fans that don't practice a thing, to them that's more engaging because you see just two dudes scrapping at it. Like
but I'm not denouncing two guys scrapping.
Yeah, I know you're not saying that thing.
I'm saying there's been more exciting fights.
I agree. No, I'm with you, but I'm just giving you the other point of view. It's just like watching a baseball game. It's like like the World Series is coming up. We'll talk about baseball.
Are
our
you
favorite
comparing?
Sport. No. Trust me, and we're both not baseball fans. It's like watching home run hitters go at it, opposed to pitching. You know what I mean? The pitching is the more technical one.
Gotcha.
You appreciate or whatever. But the home runs, you just for the crowd going crazy. Boom, just home run. Offense.
Sure.
Offense.
And I like that. Yeah. Like, I just watched Shogun versus Dan Henderson again.
Yeah, man.
Both guys got a little sloppy, but both guys, like, you see them plotting, and no guy, like, a great fight, a great 5-round fight, the best fight of the year should be the fight where both guys are just, like, in their game the whole fight.
Yeah.
And they might have gotten knocked down or they might have gotten close to losing and came back. That helps with making an exciting fight. But both guys are engaged in their offense. Both guys are defending well. Both guys are throwing
haymakers.
Nonstop offense.
Yeah.
When a fight starts to become one-sided, and this is why Demetrius Johnson gets a lot of flack. It's because his fights are one-sided.
All the time.
His fights are the greatest performances because he is the greatest performer in martial arts. I mean, he beautifully attacks everybody, right? And he really puts people at a standstill when he's fighting.
That's true.
So as far as I'm concerned, whenever he fights is the greatest fight.
Yeah.
But it's one-sided. So when you see Nate Diaz one-sidedly defeat Conor for 3 rounds one-sidedly, it's not a great fight to me because one guy's kind of backing up and trying to reset and survive, and the other guy's pounding on him.
Yeah.
That's what's not exciting to me. That's 2 guys coming at each other the whole fight, not backing down. That's exciting.
Yeah, that's like any sport you like to see. Just one of my favorite fights was actually Yair Rodriguez
versus
Fili.
Feel it, yeah.
Yeah. Just because.
Yeah, because it was nonstop.
Yeah, it was nonstop action. There was a finish. I feel bad that he got knocked out that way, but you saw 2 dudes that weren't afraid to fight each other, man. One guy was
exactly.
like highly touted. The other one was like, you know what? I'm just as good as
Yes.
you. I'm gonna come at you.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
both guys were confident in their own offense.
Yep.
Neither guy was worrying about the other guy's offense.
Yeah.
And was like, "Oh, you want to be fast? I'll be fast. Oh, you want to counterpunch? I'll counterpunch."
To me, that was a fun fight.
Yeah.
Compared to like if you throw this back in the day, it's not as technical, but just two dudes going at it. People might have used to like Efrain Escudero.
Okay.
Just like throwing
Yeah.
like those loops
Yeah.
and those hooks or
Joseph
whatever.
Benavidez.
Yeah, like stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
for sure,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what made the Conor Diaz number 2 fight so exciting was
Mhm.
the story behind it, the trash
Yeah.
talking.
The
That's-
hype. It
yeah.
matched the hype though.
But if it was on mute, like if there was no press behind it,
true.
what would you have thought of the
Yeah,
fight?
yeah.
You would have been like, this is
Yeah.
kind of a.
It's
what
alright.
happened?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
all right. It was a good fight.
I get
Yeah.
you. Would you rather watch that fight or the Donald Trump
Debate.
Hillary
I watched some of the debate.
I got
I watched some of it this morning.
I got strong arm to watching it last
Oh,
night.
live? Nah, I wouldn't.
yeah, man.
I watched some of it this morning when I woke up and I was like taking a shower and stuff.
Yeah.
What do you think about the debate? This
I rather
friggin'
this
bug.
fly, man. I'm about to put you in an arm bar,
A fly bar.
a fly bar. But I don't know what to say, man. It
This
was like
is what
homie. It was like watching the campaign. You know that Will Ferrell, Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah.
That I was like, wow, this is. And I don't watch. I'm not really political.
Me
I'm
either.
not into politics. All that stuff.
You're not politically savvy.
Yeah, I'm not at all.
I mean,
And
no
there's-
one's ever used the word savvy to describe you in anything anyway.
No.
But when it comes to politics, definitely not. We're going to say 100% no.
Thank you. You done? we. Yeah.
I take that back. I
Yeah,
see it
yeah.
hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
This
and now
bug!
he hits me because he thinks a fly's on me. But that debate was something else.
Wasn't
and-
there a fly in Hillary's face?
Oh, well, yeah. There's a whole bunch of things.
Why is that? Like, why do people make fun of her because there's a fly in her face?
Because it's America and it's Facebook.
Like, what is so
Yeah.
funny about that?
Yeah.
And of course, she's not gonna flip out and try to swat it
I
away
know.
because then there's like memes and stuff that are gonna come out about her.
Either way, she was in a meme. Yeah,
Right.
trolls these days, man. You know what? Like, and I was talking to this is just a show just for us to talk, guys. So it is what it is. But I really want my kids or my son or daughter to take up jujitsu because like the trolling, the bullying now is a lot different, man. Before you used to get bullied like in person. Right now, it's just like you get bullied through via internet, Facebook, Instagram, and then when it's like if it's recorded home, it's forever, man.
Now it used to be when we were in high school, right?
Yeah.
We grew up how many years apart?
Not that much.
Like 4 years
Oh,
apart.
what year
I'm
did you graduate?
27.
I'm 31.
Okay, so a couple of years.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
could have been I could have been a freshman. You could have been a junior or senior.
Yeah, senior. Yeah. Either way,
yeah. So we grew up in the same era, I guess.
in the hood,
In
Jersey
the
City.
hood.
Yeah.
We grew up where bullies were the athletes.
Yeah.
The more physically, now we're the bullies.
Yeah.
The geeks.
Yeah, man.
You know,
Just
the keyboard warriors
yeah,
online.
The Adobe trolls.
Adobe trolls.
Because once they catch you, you're hit. I mean, everyone could be a bully right now, but man, they're savages,
Yeah.
bro.
Let's bring back the athlete bullies, man.
How about-
Hashtag athlete bully movement. I'm joking. It's a joke. That's what makes
He's
it
not.
funny.
He's not kidding, guys.
Now, the thing about the debate,
He's gonna raise his kid to be a bully, but no.
the thing about the debate that I noticed,
Yeah.
and I'm sure everybody else noticed, and this is what makes me pull my hair out, is
Have you ever watched a debate before? This is my first
I
time.
saw. I mean, I
Okay.
touch on them sometimes. I
Yeah.
didn't watch the first one. I watched this one,
Got
some of it,
Yeah.
and all it is for this one, Hillary against Trump.
Yeah.
All it is that somebody asking a question, whether it be the prompters or whatever they
Yeah.
call them, or the whoever's asking a question,
Administrator.
And it'll be Hillary answering it, and maybe trying to denounce what Trump is saying, like that he doesn't know what he's talking about, or that he made a wrong decision.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
she's trying to answer the questions.
Yeah.
And trying to push her agenda.
Yeah.
And every time Trump answers a question, it's completely irrelevant to the question.
He goes.
And he goes right into bashing her.
Let me go. Basically, he goes. Administrator or whatever it is.
All right, guys. The question is, guys, how would you change the financial situation in America? Mr. Trump, please go.
Thank you so much. First of all, Hillary's a punk ass bitch. It's all her fault.
Thank you.
I'm gonna put that. Wait, you gave her 30 seconds extra, so I'm gonna keep talking. You punk ass bitch.
Every time I talk, it's every time she goes into.
Homie's a G though. He brought it the Bill Clinton extravaganza.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, I've only said these things. Homie's been doing these things."
But that's the thing too. Like, all he does is bash her. Like, he never really answered a question about what he's gonna do. And granted, we all know
he was cooking her up though.
We all know whenever he's not like a politician, he's gonna hire a bunch of people to do that stuff. But it's like, dude, like, it's pretty obvious that you're not like up for the job.
Either way, I just had, you know what? I'm not voting for either. It was just, you know what? I was laughing after
You're
a
so
while.
privileged, man.
Yeah. Don't.
I have this privilege. I grew up in America, whether I was born here or not. You know, we don't. He still won't admit it. My name is Ames Abdon, but people fought for the right to vote, for minorities to vote, and I choose not to because I'm privileged. That's Ames.
Yeah, and Hillary sucks. Hillary's a punk ass.
Yeah,
that's what you said.
At the end of the day, when she came out smiling, I'm like,
oh,
why
man.
is she smiling
she kept eating those punches, brother. But yeah,
she was rope-a-doping the whole time.
I only took like maybe 15 minutes because I was like, yo, this is too much, man. There's football on. I'd rather numb my mind with that. But yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
It is what it is. I don't know how we got to politics.
It was just funny to talk about because he was just like,
it was a punk ass bitch.
Guys, I want to, increase jobs, and I want to do this. And Donald Trump's like, you didn't do shit when you were a senator.
You want to do that? You didn't do it before.
Yeah. Hold on.
Your job.
You want to do what?
Yeah.
Hold on, because your husband was.
He basically. You use a white belt though. Why are we gonna follow white belt? You punk ass.
Hold on. You're talking about being on our side when you're involved in a scandal and you've deleted 1 billion emails, and like, he was calling around a lot of shit, and that's all it was. It was like,
yeah. You know, when I said punk ass bitch, I forgot she's a female, so that might have come out.
You are a sexist, sir.
So I just realized I'll apologize to anyone that was offended.
But you know what, man? The way you said it didn't sound like you were attacking females.
Okay, good.
When you call somebody a punk ass bitch, you don't mean like that's for guys, girls, a kid.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a punk ass bitch, you're a punk
ass bitch. But just in case anyone's buttholes got tight, I'm sorry.
Okay.
But yeah.
I didn't even think of it. So the fact that you said it probably opens up more eyes and focus on what you just said.
Can we edit this?
No, we can't.
Whatever.
People need to know your agenda in this world. And you're anti.
Oh, great.
You better vote for Hillary now.
Everyone thinks I'm going to vote for Trump now.
You better vote for Hillary and show your
show
vote.
my art. On that note, guys, yeah,
we shouldn't end on that note.
We shouldn't.
No. Let's give people a reason to forget that.
Let's flip it to a positive.
Okay. Hold on. Let's flip it to a positive. NBA news. Derrick Rose involved in a scandal.
Damn, you get into the nitty-gritty. Yo, basketball's starting soon, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So hold on, real quick. Okay. Because I got to know your opinion.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on Derrick Rose? Did he do it? This is the 2016 version of Kobe case.
Oh, you know, to be honest, I don't know anything that's going on right now with that.
You don't know anything?
Nah. I heard he's allegedly.
Yes.
What? No, I never know. What did he do?
Allegedly.
Raped?
Okay. His ex-girlfriend came out 2 years later from the incident that she, is accusing him of.
Okay.
And, apparently after 2 years you can't. There's a law where, like, after 2 years of an incident, you can't you can't
bring it up.
You can't bring it up.
That's stupid.
Like, you can't sue somebody, or you can't
So there's an expiration date.
Yes. So like a day before the expiration date, we'll call
it.
She brings it up and accuses him and his friends, who's like 2 other guys.
Okay.
His
2
boys.
other guys. 3 total.
It was 2 or 3. It was either him and a friend or him and 2 other friends.
It was multiple.
And she accused them of gang raping her, molesting her, whatever you want to call it. Now, again, is little.
It's a he said, she said.
Yeah, because it's like 2 years later, and it was right. Like, it was very convenient. And another convenient thing is she is like, I forget what it's called. There's a civil case and then there's a what case? Well, there's two things that would happen. One, he would go to trial because she's suing him for money, for damages, right? For all this stuff. And then then there's a police investigation on whether or not there's a criminal case. So there's civil case, which is me and you, and then there's criminal, which is against the law.
Yeah.
So right now they're doing the civil case first. If he gets convicted and they say, yes, you did it, you're guilty of it, you have to give her $21 million that she's suing him for.
Yeah.
$21 million.
That's a lot of money.
Now this gives the police even more of a reason to investigate, or even further, and then he would get convicted.
I need to see the evidence.
That's the case.
Basically, I need because
it's here's the thing. It's a whole text message back and forth where she's like, hey, baby, and he's like, hold up, what's up? Hold up.
Yeah?
Hold up, what you want to do? And she's like, I want to. She didn't
She
didn't actually say she wanted to have sex with him.
Yeah.
But listen, man, your ex-girlfriend calls you.
It's true. The booty call.
The booty call. And you're a star.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey, come on. You make me feel this way, or you make me feel hot and heavy. What does that mean, Ames?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Let's be serious.
She's waiting for it, man.
Now, if she said no, we don't know, though. If she said no, that's not good.
Yeah.
You can't be doing that. The second a woman says no, you got to back off.
Yeah.
Just like the second a man says no, you got to back off.
It's true.
But it seems like there's some hokiness going on.
I was gonna say, man, because a lot of stuff right now, man. Like you see, like that a running back was accused of abuse, and the woman was lying the whole time, telling her friend to lie for her and all that stuff.
And she got caught?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that's not one case. I could be wrong, but it just I don't open those things that flood through.
I only did this one because like Derrick Rose.
It's Derrick Rose.
I was a fan of Derrick Rose.
Yeah. Oh yeah. True.
But I am, I guess. I don't know. I don't really I haven't really followed him since he's been injured. But it's really interesting, and it sucks because like when you're in a position like that where you're making millions of dollars and you're in the spotlight, oh, how convenient is it that I am suing you for money?
Yeah.
That's just his excuse. He actually did it. He has all the reason to. It's like how convenient.
Yeah, it's
you're
crazy,
almost wrong no matter what.
Yeah,
and it sucks because I bet you a lot of these stars didn't do anything wrong in the situation, but there's some that have done some wrong. There's some that probably have,
who deserve to get locked up
for doing wrong things to women or to other human beings.
Mm-hmm.
But it's sad because, they're big targets.
Yeah.
They got to. But, you know what? On the other token, if you have this big target on your back because you're a star, you got to take care of yourself.
You got to have the right people around you,
That's it, man.
Basically. It's tough, man, with all the money that's floating around. And these guys are young, too, man. These guys are coming out of these guys are coming out of college. They're 18. Think about how you were when you were 18. Like, I'm not saying rape is whatever. Yeah. It's horrible, whatever. But it's
how I was 18 years old?
Yeah, I was a dumbass.
A stud.
On that note, guys, thank you so much for listening. Yeah, no, but these kids are 18, like 21. These guys aren't mature yet.
And we talked about this,
like,
right?
So you might have some that are mature, but majority.
Remember what we talked about? We talked about this subject about people coming into the sports right out of high school or college.
Yep.
And their whole agenda, their whole time in college, even if they spend a year or two in college or 3 or 4, they're spending their whole time practicing for the sport that they want to be professional at.
That's it.
They don't have a job.
Nope.
They don't have a job at Dunkin' Donuts.
Because they wouldn't allow them. Because
Target.
NCAA wouldn't allow
yes.
that. Yeah.
And because they need to spend more of their time doing that job.
That's all they do.
Yeah. So what do you build when you work at Target, at Dunkin' Donuts? Nothing against anybody that works there, but as a young fellow, those are the only jobs you can get. And when you get those jobs, what do you deal with, Ames? Tell me, because you've been in those jobs.
Other people, customer service,
nasty
responsibility.
People. You got to deal with responsibility. You got to deal with how to treat people. You got to deal with swallowing your pride because of somebody's ignorance and
you gotta learn
stupidness.
You got to learn how to go to sleep a little bit early if you have work in the morning. All that stuff, man. Those are like little life lessons that we all learn.
You got to learn how to budget, even if you budget a little bit.
Yeah,
you got to learn how to budget.
You can't. I would have been dead broke out of if I retired, because I would have gave all my money to all my friends and all my loved ones.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't come up with like a rich family. We weren't in poverty, but we're like under like around below middle class type of thing. We're kind of scratching clawing just to get by. And man, if you gave me all of a sudden you gave me like $20 million or even $1 million, you know what I'd be doing? I'd be spending time with my family, like taking them out because I love them.
Because you've been through the hard times. You've been through those trials and tribulations of life.
Absolutely.
Where you didn't spend the last 6 years being praised and saying, hey, you're going to make it one day, kid. Keep working hard. Let's do it. Keep working hard. Yeah. When all you're doing is you are working hard, but you're only experiencing like yes men.
Yeah. All around you. You got to have good people around you.
And then we expect these people to come into the NBA and pay them millions of dollars and expect them to do only good things.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Good luck with that, man.
I feel like this is what should happen. If you get into the NBA, before you get into any professional sport, it should be mandatory that you have to work at like Dunkin' Donuts for 6 months.
Yeah.
It should be mandatory.
Or just a job for a thing.
For like 6 months.
Yeah, but good luck with that because that's an investment.
No. You need job experience to get into this job. This is a professional job. If you have no resume, we don't want you.
Yeah.
Go work at Dunkin' Donuts for a couple of months. Go work at Six Flags for a couple of months. Anywhere. But we need to take these NBA contracts, these NFL contracts, any contract and say this is a professional job, and you need some sort of resume to get on here.
Yeah, but that's almost impossible just because
it is impossible.
The money invested. It's just like, it's not gonna happen, man. It's just not like, it's just we're just in a wheel. These athletes are just in the wheel, and there's nothing they could do. Like these college athletes should be being paid because they're taking their name and throwing it all over the place, making billions of dollars. Yeah, just
more like
industry.
Gazillions.
Yeah. And it's sad.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. How do we get into this?
I don't know. You keep getting dark and
this got really, it got funky. It got serious.
It got
serious
for once.
Yeah.
Ended on a positive note, Ames. This is your final word. Your Jerry Springer final word.
We love you guys.
That's it.
Yeah, that was it. That was positive.
Give me like an Oprah final word.
On that note, guys, there's millions of people out there. No, I can't even. Guys, we hope you enjoy this this podcast. Yeah, man. Please share, subscribe, rate,
like.
Yeah.
Go on our YouTube page. The videos are there. Instagram, Facebook, website, showtheART.com.
There you go.
I'm blanking. Stitcher.
I know, me too.
Google Play.
Cut.